Texas State Fair. Played here since 1932, these two programs have defined conferences, won national titles, and no matter what happens, they find their way back to each other. And when these two meet, the whole nation pays attention. For nearly a century, this venue has stood on the grounds of the Texas State Fair. Glad to have you with us from the Cotton Bowl. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Oklahoma Sooners. Reese Davis, David Palmer, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
I caught up with Oklahoma's head coach before the game. Focus is going to be essential. Play by play. He understands completely that they have a big opponent coming in here next week, top 25. But this opponent in front of them today is not to be taken lightly. He wants to make sure his players are looking at them and understanding they have quality players too, and not look ahead to next week. Guys?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Hits inside, it's Riley. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Powers inside. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. The Longhorns send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Using his legs, it's Henderson. Tackled almost immediately, not a whole lot on that one.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. The give to the back. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
Yeah, and we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
They try to go draw, but there's just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and then the offense has a negative play.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Throwing, Sellers. Out wide left, it's Blaylock. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Nice play. And this running back showing you why he truly is a three-down back. He's not just dangerous running the football between the tackles or blocking, but he can also catch the ball. And when you get this guy the football in space in the perimeter of the field, he's got the wiggle and he's got the power to break tackles from the secondary. That's why this guy has an opportunity to play at the next level.
The Sooners come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. Sellers to throw for it on 4th. Makes the grab past the marker. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Sellers to the air again. Finds his target. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Tries to do it himself. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were in the last 4 games.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've gotten the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Raiola. Rush right in his face. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground. Play this game in the shadow of Big Tex. You can get a corny dog out there, play carnival games, and see one of the great rivalries in the sport, David.
It's crazy. You literally walk outside of the stadium, and there are thousands upon thousands of people. They don't even realize a football game's going on, Jesse. They're just having a good time.
You're right. It's part of what makes this game so special. The Red River rivalry, there's just...
Makes the grab in their space. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing to wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Sellers. Throwing right. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Unloads to the right. With the catch, it's Henderson. Wide open space, and he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Excellent job by the kick coverage unit to keep him from getting the sideline. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The run inside. It's Smothers. And he'll pick up a few yards before he's dragged down, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. Here's Raiola to throw. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Looking outside, it's Henderson. They put the brakes on him. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Sellers from the gun on third down. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And this one splits the uprights, and that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Quick give. It's Riley. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation. Beautiful throw out in front of the target.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Defense not showing press coverage. Throwing Raiola. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Gets the back moving. To the air, it's Raiola. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Raiola to the air again. Got his man. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding it.
Turning it on! They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And the Longhorns trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Here's Raiola to throw. And he was looking into the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Fires into the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up 3rd down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Again, it's Raiola. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Now a timeout called by the Sooners, that's their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. Between the uprights, it's good. It's our forced to settle for 3.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Hits the hole. It's Henderson. Breaks into the open. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And the Sooners line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Raiola rushes on. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. Moves the pocket. It's Raiola. Fires to the wide out. Out wide right, it's Lockett. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Fresh set of downs going up top. Right side, it's Smothers. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. Timeout taken by Texans. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Raiola to the air again. Snagged in the middle. It's Smothers. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield, and he's got some...
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Longhorns!
of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. That is a time window that oftentimes determines games, and you're seeing it potentially happen here. It was critical the offense was able to go down, drive the field, and score a touchdown here late in the first half, knowing they get the ball back first in the second half. And if they go out right away in the second half and good things happen, this game takes on a completely different feel.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Quarterback signaling to his guys. Here's Sellers to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We start with Oregon taking on the number 5 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's the Ducks getting a banner day from their stars on the road. To pick up victories away from home, that's the mark of a focused team. And that's 4 straight on the season for this team as they continue what is now a nice little streak. Let's check in now on some of the other action today as the landscape in this sport truly is ever-changing.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Running inside. It's Blaylock. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Throwing Sellers. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he gets it away.
This quarterback has got a ton of speed. It doesn't just help him running the football, but it helps him in the passing game, too. You just saw right there how he was able to use that speed and athleticism to buy himself time to at least give him an opportunity.
Long way to go on second down. From the gun, running back on the move. He's past the marker. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Sooners are flying down the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Sellers. Out wide right, it's Robinson. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Got him downfield. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. run, it's Robinson. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
The line of scrimmage to 2, and these final 2 yards might be the toughest here on 3rd down. Barrels ahead, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Sooners!
And that's the way you punctuate the long drive. Nice job being physical, getting that ground game going, and Jesse finishing with the ground game.
Yeah, really, I think that drive is really a microcosm of what they've been doing all game, right? Imposing their will by running the football. The defense knew it was coming, and they still couldn't stop it.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Medical personnel out there checking on this senior defensive back. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They'll run the counter. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Here's Raiola to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola on 3rd down. Makes the pass. Left side is Riley. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Throwing Raiola. Got it in the middle. It's Wingo. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Trying to slip through and pick it up. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you 1st downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
The Longhorns back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Here's Raiola to throw. Snags it over the middle. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. And the Longhorns go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Sets his feet. It's Raiola. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man, or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Again, it's Raiola. Throws to the wideout. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One final quarter to play and a W in the win column at stake as we open the fourth. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorn. The AT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So a drive there of 85 yards. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Bringing it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late, and you want to run the football, you want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with a surge by the O-line.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And on that 3rd down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. And as a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up 4th.
The Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Making his first move. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
If you can't win it all, you might as well try to ruin things for your rival, and that's exactly what we've got working here. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the 1st down and get the sticks moving.
There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming. And you want to talk about gang tackling, everybody on the defense run to the ball.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Raiola. Dangerous throw on that one.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Getting late, pressure building, huge 3rd down coming up on the road for this offense. Motion from the wideout. Raiola from the gun on 3rd down. Looking left. He's got it. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Straight ahead, it's Smothers. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here's Raiola to throw. Makes the catch. It's Coleman. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a 1st down in the red zone.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
The Longhorns, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Riley. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Throwing Raiola. Got his man down the middle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field, but you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your 2nd and 3rd read some, but we've got to stay aggressive.
From the gun on 3rd down, Raiola. Touchdown, Texans! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Sellers to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And this is a big third down for this offense, man. I'm really interested to see how they attack because this defense, you can tell, man, they're going to continue to play aggressive. Late in the football game, they want to get a stop, get the ball back to their offense. A good chess match going on right now.
Play fake, Sellers. Escape. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play.
Third downs are so crucial, and quarterbacks, you want them to be, elite with their functioning, be able to go through their progressions, get rid of the football, not take sacks. But they just took a sack. How about the individual effort by that defense, understanding third down and getting to the quarterback?
And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Throwing, Sellers. He wants a big play here late. Goes high to pull it in. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Makes the catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. He's changing the play. Again, it's Sellers. Look out! He gets away. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
I really like the play by the quarterback. Very, very smart. Listen, early in the downs, goal-to-go situation, drop back. You don't see it right away. Tuck it and get positive yards. Make that next down easier so I can try to get it.
Touchdown, Oklahoma! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
And he tacks on the extra point. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback. Save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Raiola to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense, and I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep, and don't let anyone get behind you.
Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. Looking for a man, it's Raiola. Stepping to the right. I don't know what he possibly could have been thinking there to wind up